Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gen Con 2024 Ancients Championship commentary with Chris Vack, aka Nirvana Tool. That's me over here. And I am bringing you top four action. So, for those who watched the top eight matchup, we have Ace Egbert bringing Coreos Bodak back again on the left side. Hopefully, I'm not messing anybody up with the shaky cam here. But we have on the right side Oliver Eagle.
Next year, if I go out the one round that you tape, you may have to.
So I just wanted to show Oliver talking. He was mentioning that he's superstitious that, any games that I record of him, he seems to lose. Last year at Gen Con, he was the top seed #1 with Saga going against Rayler Magic Vein, Dylan Vanover. And he lost that matchup. So he's saying, oh man, I'm playing on camera again. Am I going to lose again? So time will tell. But Ali Eagle, you can tell he's thinking about it. It's getting in his head. But Ali Eagle is running Fottraka, which is everybody's fun-loving Nothrog cleric with a lot of apostrophes in his name. But basically a cleric support that gives Nothrogs extra HP, and when those wounded ones happen to be wounded, they swing further. So one of the top Nothrog warlords ever printed. So we see them kicking off the action here. Oliver starts with Bahia the Fiend, who we will show here too, just because this is a tricky one. Well, maybe not tricky for everybody, but for newer players for sure. It's one that replaces your starting army and does weird stuff. And he puts in a Nemtok, which makes it so all Nothrogs do extra wounds when they do a melee strike. But Bahia the Fiend here, it starts in your front rank instead of a level 1, a level 2. Oliver's okay with that because good old Fottraka likes to give extra HP, so it's not like you can kill Bahia. But after initiative rolled, Bahia puts in a character. Characters of that level enter play one rank higher for the opponent until the end of the turn. So it could be very disruptive. It's a very solid and really game-warping card. So we saw Ali put in Nemtok. Then he played a Kargreg and used Nightmaster Rest to get an extra swing right away, killing Javin and Javin going to the discard. So not attaching to Kargreg, which usually forecasts that, hey, I'm a Necromancer. I got some kind of recursion here. So Ace might be able to do that, but Ollie's starting off pretty good. He put down a Nemtok and it didn't immediately get pulled the strings, so that's very very important. But we see Kargreg going still, hits another planner. Javin this time attaches to Kargreg, and we didn't get to show. I just kind of assumed everybody knew what Javin does last round, but let's just pop that Javin up here on the screen just so you all can see. That character doesn't count for an illegal rank behind them. So basically, if you're in the front rank, it just means like, hey, this character, might as well not exist for determining legal ranks. But sometimes you attach it because you want to disrupt the opposing ranks. Sometimes you let it go if you want to recur it back, like if you have a Kargaz or something. Now we have Ace going with pull the strings on Nemtok. I don't know why he didn't snap play that right away, but it's because he knew good old Ollie was going to pass a check. He said 20. I don't know if he rolled like a 12, like a 14 plus 6 or a 20 total, or if he rolled a natural 20. But I'm going to say he rolled the 14. So Nemtok stays, but if pull the strings on Nemtok happens, that's bad news for every single Nothrog because Nemtok can just swing at Fottraka, do hit 4 wounds, dead. I'm going to try and move the screen down a little bit, just so you all can see. Ollie seems to be rolling at the top, and I can adjust this a little bit as we go, so hopefully no one gets any motion sickness from that. But let's see what we got here. And fair warning again, like this is very late happening on Lucas Oil Stadium, which is always fun playing in an NFL stadium when you're playing Warlord. But very late in the stadium right now, and we're all tired and exhausted. But we're still playing Warlord and watching it happen. Ollie's still off to a pretty good start. Put a destroyer armor on Gunda just to give him an extra strike, changing his base stats. And he's able to take out that Biting West Wind and then play an Akvok. Here we go. Akvok rolls a 1, though. He is not going to live to see next turn. So he instead goes with the Hero's Gambit to get an extra strike and then die. But he is not able to hit this Javin. This Javin is holding the ranks and then finally succumbs. So Fottraka very much in control right now. Nemtaka to step forward. And Ollie discarding the quick strength, which he did not need. You don't need quick strength against some planet characters. Pardon me while I, commentating is thirsty work here. This stream brought to you by Monster Energy Drink. No, I wish I got Monster money. Get out of here. They didn't pay me anything. But I do need this to kind of keep me going because I'm having flashbacks of how late this is. But here we go. Turn 2 begins. After initiative, Bahia is bringing in Senuris. So any level 1s now enter in rank level 2. So this is to kind of choke out the comeback, if you will. Senuris comes in, hits the Biting West Wind. And Ace is like, I've seen enough. Good game. So game 1 goes to Ollie. So that shows you the power of Fottraka. Ranks for super secure. Again, it's a different story if he fails to pull the strings. But just once you make that roll, that's it. Like driver's seat, let's go. Ace didn't really have too many characters. We still hear Midge talking with marbles in the background in his mouth. Midge never shuts up. That's just how he is. We love you, Midge. But here we go at the top tables. Midge wishes he can do the commentary, but unfortunately he does not have the patience to set up, record, and do everything that's needed to be. In fact, every time I record, he just kind of goes over and wants to just poke the camera and move it and throw it across the room and try and break it. I am convinced he would break my camera, pay to replace it, just to see the split-second horror in my face when I see him destroy my property. This is the kind of person that Midge is. But here we go. Initiative for turn 1. Ollie and then both roll 18s. Ollie and Ace. And then Ace gets the 7, so he wins the initiative. Ollie looking at his opening hand for Bahia. And doesn't look like he's dropping anything. He doesn't. That's usually not a good sign. I don't got anything to put down. But we have Bahia getting punched by Javin. Fottraka using his ability to keep Bahia alive. Until the end of the turn, at least. But yeah, Ollie probably in trouble when you don't use that guy right away. But since he's wounded, he's going the extra rank with his melee strikes now, thanks to Fottraka. So Bahia got to try and punch one of those wins. Nope. 15 is a good roll, but it is even, so no dice. Ace thinking twice about this. Plays the Lost Bride. And this is a very confusing play. Here we go. More of Ace not knowing what rescue does. So Back Alley Tavern reacts to the Lost Bride drawing some cards. Ace thinking just, hey, if you react, you're targeting me. He's trying to double rescue the double Back Alley to try and cancel it, but Back Alley Tavern does not target anybody. After another player uses a card effect to draw or retrieve a card from his deck, draw 2 cards. That's all it does. So it doesn't target one of your characters, but Ace is sitting here like, wait, well, how come I can't do this? Well, Ace, because it doesn't target. It's like, well, it should target a character did something. It's like, no. A player used it. Sorry. So you can't rescue any player effects. And don't worry, folks. I told Ace I was going to bust his balls over this. Because I remember seeing it happening. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is funny. It's really funny. But Ollie getting double back alley, 4 new cards in his hand. So hopefully he's able to find a character now and get back into business. But we have Gunda with the Destroyer's armor trying to attack this army that Ace has, but unfortunately Planner is still strong. And then finally, and what you saw there was a little pause by Ollie. Ace has the option to react and attach or let it die. If he attaches, Javin technically never dies. It just moves from one point in play. Before it dies, it attaches like a little spirit haunting Gunda for all of eternity. But if he lets Javin go to the discard, Ollie's got a whole bunch of reacts that happen to after this character killed somebody. So that's what that pause was. Ollie probably has that in his hand, maybe inadvertently forecasting it. Or maybe he's trying to bluff Ace and be like, yeah, you want to attach. I don't want you putting it in there. But we see Ace respond with a Dex Glyn, who's able to enter play in illegal ranks. Dex Glyn is very good. We show good cards on this stream. Let's get it up. Boom. So, as long as you have an Elf Warlord, can enter play in illegal rank. The spend order rarely comes into play, but the react of falling forward, doing a +5, and you can perform it while stunned is very big. So, enters 3, falls to 2, stops at 2, takes a range strike. Once that's done, then you fall to 1 and take another range strike. But he whiffs, does not hit. The Nightmaster Rest survives. Ollie's still rolling off camera, but he was swinging the Biting West Wind and rolls an odd roll, so no dice there. Pupper's coming up. That usually means a stab is about to happen. But it also puts Rest in danger, so Ollie's like, you want to hit my Warlord, go ahead. I don't care. I'm Fottraka. If I have a wound on me, I can swing at your front rank now. There is the stab. And Ollie thinking about it and letting his hero die. This falls forward Nightmaster Rest, which triggers some Biting West Winds. One going on Fottraka. There's a wound.
+6, let's go Nightmaster.
And then shooting at the Nightmaster. Still can't hit that 11 AC.
Everybody else is so excited about it. Double-bladed sword on Gunda.
Gunda is getting a lot of items. And we've seen this from Ollie a lot in the online games and also at Gen Con. He loves Nothrog decks. He's a Nothrog loyalist, but he loves playing like the actual actions and items are all like little equipment or actions that all of his small little Nothrogs can use to get super big and super stupid. So we see Ollie pass and Ace pass. Ollie throws away a quick strength and something else. But, now he has only a Nightmaster Rest holding the ranks. He still held some cards, so he's had a whole bunch of stuff in his hand that he just hasn't done anything with, but he's keeping them around, so they must be good. But he still needs characters to actually win this game, so it's going to be a very weird situation. Fottraka should be ready. I don't know why Fottraka spent. Gunda trying to take out this little pupper over here. And yeah, Ollie just making sure he needs to hit in order to trigger the double bladed. Ooh, Ollie's not ready in Fottraka. Looks like Ollie forgot to ready his Warlord. Right? I didn't miss anything. So this is rough. But that Nightmaster Rest is doing work in. But unfortunately, we got another Dex Glyn trying to take out the Nightmaster. But the Nightmaster stays strong. Let's go. 11 AC is too good. Ollie drops a level 1 gush. You know, react before he dies, before melee strike. So,
One hit point or anything?
No.
now Ace trying. Ace usually asking that question because there might be a stab afoot.
+4. Let's go here.
Biting West Wind trying to take out Gush, which he does.
React, go back.
Rescue.
Strike.
Here we go. Ace again trying to rescue. Rescue specifically says, hold on, let's get rescue. So, Gush says before he dies, before a melee strike. So, we have Ollie trying to do a melee strike at one of his characters, and Ace is trying to rescue, which, again, folks, let's see. There's little italicized parentheses here. Tournament action, not a melee strike. So, again, Ace just reads rescue. It's like he thinks the text says react before my opponent does something as a react. I say no. It's like, no. It kind of says that, but not exactly. You got to read your cards, folks. Oh, that's too funny. Ollie's still sitting there doing nothing, and he still didn't ready for Fottraka.
Fog.
Death Fog coming in here, getting value, so he's getting his javelin back.
Swing here. 20.
Rolls a 20. Fottraka dies, goes on up. Yeah, Fottraka should be spent.
Lost pride. Draw card.
Don't think it'll matter. Ace is pretty much in control here, and Ollie is just drawing a whole bunch of nothing. So Ace pretty much online at this point, and it's only a matter of time. We're about to see a game 3. What do we have? At least Fottraka's spent now.
Wheel my front.
Wheel on the front rank is going to give all those characters some attack bonus to start coming after Fottraka, so not looking pretty good. Ollie's about to go down. But he's going down swinging. He cannot hit planner, though.
Swing or will it?
Got it.
So West Wind will swing, put a wound on Fottraka. We got one more to go, technically 2, because of Fottraka's react.
Card.
Ace decided to swing at Kargrag instead of the Warlord, but wasn't able to hit. Ollie trying to take stab off the table, but doesn't matter. So spending back Dex, falling forward with Dex, and taking a range strike at Fottraka still misses. And Ollie's passing, so he's done nothing but pass really this game. So it's usually not a good situation. Here is the third Lost Bride
Just do it. Are you passing through?
and Arnalis.
That.
That will be the third wound.
Nope, that misses, doesn't it? Oh, no, that hits.
Yep, it's a 16.
Fottraka myself.
So there we go. Fottraka reacts, gives itself
And that doesn't target.
plus 1 HP until the end of turn. He's asking if it targets again because he wants to rescue so bad.
For an extra roll of 20.
But Coreos getting ready to roll 20 on Fottraka with Dex Glynn. So there we go. We got game 2 in the books going to Ace. So Ace once again fights back in the face of elimination and forces a game 3. More free baseball, folks. The rubber match coming up. Coming up after the ball game. Monster Energy drink. Not sponsored. Monster, give me money.
Oh, we still had 31 minutes left.
I just need some kind of energy drink when I do these things.
I lose fast, I win fast. It's
Ollie, I lose fast, I win fast. So they're on game 3 after
against the
about 19 minutes.
You're talking fish.
So yeah, about 10 minutes per game. That's pretty good. But you know, not thugs. Go. So we gotta see. Big difference from game one, game two. Game one, Ollie is able to play characters, get set up, and hit planner. Game two was the exact opposite. Ollie never triggered Bahia. He sat there holding a whole bunch of cards. And then, you know, we never even got to see what any of them were. But
I mean, most people don't.
sometimes, and that's the thing with like decks like that, where you're like, yeah, let me just jam all this stuff out. You sometimes open yourself up to get clunky hands like that. So that is the art of deck building, just to reduce the amount of brick hands, because you know that costs you a game, and like if it happens twice, it costs you a match. But you can also, like, some people like, oh yeah, if it only happens once, it's fine. It's like, yeah, but now you're kind of expecting that you're gonna go 2-0 against your opponent, which is in the cut. You should never expect that unless it's an absolutely favorable matchup. Like, you know, we play a game with a D20, like random things happen. So like that's just how it goes. Never, you usually want to have that extra game. You never want to forfeit a game to a bad hand. You always want that extra insurance policy in the bank. But either way, we'll see how this goes.
I definitely don't draw characters. First turn, no character hands have happened. Was it double back alley though?
Yeah, everyone talking about how Ollie drew no characters in the last one. You hear myself being all giddy, like, even after double back alley, you had no characters? Like, what the fuck?
I react initiative. Not the one I want, but I will blame the gods.
Ooh. So once again, we see no character come in with Bahia the Fiend, but we have a Blind the Gods. So I would like to explain a little bit about what this means whenever you see this happen. So first things first, Blind the Gods up here. After initiative, all players place all their cards in hand on the top of the deck in any order, and everybody's got order draw 3 cards. So theoretically, right now nobody has a hand, but you could have 6-card hands. The thing with Bahia is Bahia and Blind the Gods are the same react window. So theoretically, if Oliver had a character, he can react with Bahia, put it in, then react with Blind the Gods, and put all the remaining cards there. So basically giving himself a free card. The fact that he didn't kind of says, I don't have any characters. But what we have here is Warlord using their order to draw 3 cards for Ollie. And then Ace going with a staff. So no more card draw at all.
Swing. Fire. Got him.
Gunda gets his armor. Bahia gets a wound. And Fottraka gives him his blessing. Trying to go for the West Winds, who are very key in this matchup right now. And he rolls a 17, which would be good if it wasn't a ghost. Planner is very strong. So Javin taking the 20 on Bahia and taking him out. Ace winning the starting army exchange here, as both of them flick their cards. I don't know who's standing over there on the right, but they're giving us free toes on the stream here. No free feet. Go hide those feet. All right, he's hiding 1 foot. I think that's Wes. Wes, no free feet. Make people pay for that. But we see Gunda take 2 strikes, hit 2 planners. There we go. One attached to Gunda, and the other is in the discard. Ollie doing his best to cover the feet. And we see Coreos spending for an improved invisibility on the Biting West Wind just to hold ranks. Doesn't look like Ace have any characters either. This is just all starting army.
Gunda. This Gunda speed the Falcon. Lets me make an attack without spending.
So let's read Speed of the Falcon, folks. You heard Ollie's explanation a little bit there, but better to just have it up here. I keep showing 4 E-cards. Look at this. Speed of the Falcon. Target a lower level character, non-stunned. Performs an attack without spending. So, a few things here. Gunda's got 2 strikes thanks to the Destroyer's armor. But the Speed of the Falcon is a spell. It's a cleric spell that gives a character an attack. And by rule, if your melee strikes are being generated by a spell, they ignore planner. They are a spell. So it doesn't matter what he rolls, and that's what Ace was checking, being like, oh, what's going on here? So Ace loses his army, but he does have a Dex Glyn as a backup plan. But the improved invisibility with the Biting West Wind is holding the ranks. Coreos is stunned in rank 2. And Ace trying to think, do I go up and get a shot at Nightmaster Rest and try and stun Fottraka? Or do I sit back and give myself a third rank? Because he's got a lot of level 4s. He plays Jackals. He plays Lost Bride. So you might want to keep that Dex Glyn back there in order to just ensure that you're able to play these characters that are going to help you rally and get back into this match.
If I use Blind the Gods,
You can't. You're stunned.
but if I did, would I staff that?
No. It would.
Because it's all players, right? It would discard both.
So
cards?
after a character,
Ace asking a theoretical question about if he uses Blind the Gods while his Warlord is stunned, but he can't. Could I theoretically staff a secret set to prevent you from drawing cards, which you can't now? Like, staff of secrets, you know, it can't, if there's an action for everybody to draw, everybody doesn't draw.
just neither of us draw. Nobody would draw. So, I mean, but you can't do it because you're stunned.
And I was just kind of reminding you, it's okay that you're asking this question, but you're stunned. It doesn't matter, Ace. So it's an irrelevant question. Ollie discarding the Hero's Gambit, opting, you know, and we can't get any further thanks to that improved. So the improved keeping Ace in this match. Otherwise, that Gunda with the Destroyer's armor definitely was going to go to town. Here we go with initiative. And Ace draws a Dex Glyn. We're going to get 2 shots here. First one on that Gunda. Blocked by the camera, you can't see, but you'll have to take my word for it that he hits. Gunda reacts. And Dex Glyn finally hitting that Nightmaster Rest. Fottraka is going to use his ability to keep his army around, but still, that Dex Glyn doing work right now, hiding behind the wall that is improved invisibility. Ooh, Lorik, who already has extra ranks for his Warlord, trying to get, or already does melee strikes that go an additional rank further, swinging on the Coreos as he enters play thanks to Nightmaster Rest. Unfortunately, he's not able to roll even. But a Lorik with like a Destroyer's armor and Speed of the Falcon would be really good right now. But Lorik is someone that Ace should be concerned about. Threatening Coreos here. He responds with an Ardenalis.
Gunda on Coreos.
Ollie's still trying to go at the Warlord, and Gunda's able to put a wound on him. Rolling a 10. That's an even number. 2 wounds away. Ace trying to figure out what to do here. Using Coreos' ability. Oh. He's going to swing with Ardenalis. And he's swinging at the spent Gunda. I think he's afraid of a Hero's Gambit coming and swinging at Coreos. So he's leaving the Lorik there, but going after Gunda. Definitely can see that play pattern. I think he'd still be concerned anyway if it was a Hero's Gambit here. Like, I just don't think the situation calls for it unless Ollie's slow playing it for this Gunda here, but kills Dex Glyn and plays Swordmaster. Let's show that. Well, it gets canceled, so never mind. But it basically let him go search for a weapon. So this got canceled by the staff. Ooh, you know what? Let's show a better stuff what happened here. So Coreos Bodak attempted to play Sever the Flesh, which would retrieve Ardenalis from the discard pile. Instead, good old final blessing comes into play. In a meta game full of necromancers, final blessing is great because you have options. You know, when you draw or retrieve a card from your discard pile, you cancel the action and wound the target. So Coreos has 2 wounds on him now. 1 more wound and that's it. But there's also a react. Before target character suffers wounds, the target gains +1 HP. Really good in Fottraka. So final blessing, very important right now. And there's a Lorik sitting here. And Ace is playing Deathfog. So it means he's got nothing to go after this Lorik. I mean, he could be attacking with the Biting West Wind, but he's just content with being like, yeah, you're going to miss my planner. So Deathfog retrieves that. Ollie going for the win here. Can he get it? It's a no, but the roll was off screen. He was putting a lot of effort into that roll. But that was the game here. We got a close one. Ace not through yet, so spins Deathfog forward. Dex falls to get a shot, misses Lorik, and then shooting over here, misses there. Oh, 2 big misses here. Here comes Signoris. I can't believe that I've gone through this whole stream without putting Signoris on here just because he demands respect. So let's show everybody good old Minotaur boy punching himself through a door. Good old Votar gets very scary. He's got a Destroyer's Armor on, so he is a level 3 fighter with 2 strikes. So he does 3 wounds a shot now. Not going to matter too much against everybody here, but he's trying to hit Dex to level up. He can't do it.
You got no cards in hand? No cards. +4.
So here comes the Biting West Wind. Now that Ace knows Ollie's got no more strikes,
What's his AC?
let's use my Biting West Wind here. He can come out from invisibility. Next melee strikes a 20 after killing Javin. So that Biting West Wind won't even have to roll. He'll just kill a Signoris. Which this is going to get Fottraka in the front because that rest is about to die. And the Biting West Wind's going to shoot now. So the West is popping out of invisibility at the right time to try and steal this match back. 15 will hit Fottraka, so Fottraka takes a wound. So we got a close one going to the end. Fottraka's got 1 wound and a Gunda with a Destroyer's Armor. Coreos has 2 wounds. We got to see what happens here. This is going to be big, whatever the hands are. I think Ace is looking for, hoping he gets a rescue in case there's another final blessing. Ollie's like, give me a final blessing or something to swing at the second rank here. And for those wondering, improved visibility stays attached to the character even though the effect wears off just because of the weird wording of the card. This actually comes into play, so like you can't like recur it with like a mana shield or play it from the discard pile so that you get more of it. So it's actually a good side effect that improved visibility stays in play so it doesn't work. But Gunda trying to do some work here. Still rolling 5s against planner characters. 16 will kill the Biting West Wind. See, now it's in there. So Ace gets a Dex Glyn. 3rd one. Still not able to hit the broadside of a barn. And then, yeah, Ace, you got to keep on going there. He's thinking, like, do I move my Warlord up? I absolutely would not. But Dex stuns up and just basically does nothing. Ollie said pass. And then, yep. Ace tried to play the Lost Bride to draw a card. Ollie goes with the Back Alley Tavern to try and draw 2. Ace stops it. And then Ollie has another Back Alley. So he draws more cards and then just says pass. Coreos running out of danger. So Ollie didn't draw anything. He's just sitting there. Letting this match slip away. We see the Helm of Undying. So the Helm of Undying only works. You got to kill some ready characters. Helm of Undying. Let me show you all, folks. Come on, this production value is actually really good. So there's orders to kind of kill and recur, and then spend orders. So you basically do it twice, but that lets you do. So we see Ace killed his undead, and then Dex is using stab on Fottraka, so that does a melee strike that's for 20, but for a stab working on just an elf, it's a melee strike that does 2 wounds against a spent character. So this is for 2 wounds here. Ollie is going to go to 3 wounds here. Unless he has some healing, this is the game.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything for that.
And he's got nothing. Ace pulls it back and gets the W. Oh, and Ollie's showing him the final blessing, which would have killed Coreos if he used something to retrieve, like that Helm of Undying. But it didn't come up. And then now what's happening, just to explain that there's going to be a lot of talk in the background. This is where Ollie's explaining game 2. He had multiple final blessings in his hand and was waiting for him to do that so he can just play them all at once. And Vic, good old Iceman, is explaining that, no, you can't do that. When you play a final blessing, cancel the action, that's it. You skip to the very end. So you can't trigger multiple final blessings on one trigger. Still a great card, but it's not going to be like an auto death here. But Ace pulls out a very close one. And Ollie once again loses on camera. Just like last time. Which we'll see right now. Look at this. What just happened here, Ollie? This is footage. Oh, this looks like a year-old footage. Look at that. There's a Railer Magic Bane with a wound on him and a Gerard Huntsman with a whole bunch of stuff. And there's a Sargok sitting in rank 3. What's going on here? Let's let them do it. Let's let them talk.
9, 13. Marksmanship check.
Okay.
To go the additional rank.
Yep.
Spin the worm eggs and pop the fire glass for additional wounds.
Okay.
Utility.
So it's 3 wounds?
Just 3.
Unless you roll another nat 20.
Unless I roll that 20
For
or that 1.
Okay.
There's the nat 1, folks.
Man.
So that is a critical success thanks to the braces of archery taking out Ollie.
Called a 1 and gotten it, but with Raylor it makes so much more of a difference.
Womp, womp. So Ollie was always wondering if I was ever going to show this, so I figured what better time than right here. Let's go back in time and show Ollie losing twice on camera. Love you, Ollie, don't worry, but here you go. Good old Dylan getting his win here in the last year's top 8. So he would go on to lose in the finals. But now we're still following Ace to the finals. We'll have to see if he's able to win it out. No more Ollie Eagle. We don't have to worry about Ollie, but stay tuned for the finals against Derek Montroy and Kothka. So we will see you soon for that. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that other fun stuff, folks. But until then, take it easy and have a good one. Bye-bye.